Now I know it doesn't really make sense for the first thing to do on my Subaru to put the exhaust on, but now I got it running good. Oh, you guys haven't even heard it yet. My camera went dead right before I even started. You'll hear it, okay? It sounds wonderful. First off, I'm going to take this thing down and set it in my buddy's driveway for now until we can get it transferred. And go get mine unloaded and get it up here. Fat butt in here. It smells fresh. Do have to say it looks pretty dang good. Hope mine turns out this good. As you can see, it's not very far. I'm walking back to my house right now. So I like doing close business. And now mine's just 1 block away from that one that I just dropped off. There it is. Around the corner. There's mine. That's why I love backup cameras. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Started first.
Oh, that's another jugger.
This is mine. So as you can see, I went with black. There's some other things on this I'm doing in black accents, black and white. It's kind of the theme I wanted to go on this. I did want to do gold, honestly. Some of my friends talked me out of it, said go black. And then the more I thought about it, the center caps on the last one were color matched to the wheel. These center caps were black with the blue emblem. So it just goes that much better with these wheels. So we got those done. I really like that. Threw charger on here. I want to go ahead and start this up, let you hear what it sounds like stock. Only thing I'm doing on this video is I'm going to install that Nameless exhaust. I don't want to get too in depth today. Next video, I'm going to tear apart the front end and maybe try to straighten out that end. There's a lot going on there with that. This piece right here being the most crucial, which sucks. Because you can't just buy this piece that comes over here and connects to the frame. This piece goes over, connects to the frame, shoots back, and it is part of this piece. This whole big arch there for the strut tower, which ends right here. And you got spot welds the whole way up across the top of there. Yes, if this was a clean title car, and we were going about it to rebuild it stock, you know, just like it came from the factory, yes, that is what you would want to do. This, being an R-title car, it's not really worth putting the extra time and effort into doing that if I can straighten out what is here, or just put a new piece in there, being that it's just a flap. I could make my own piece there, and then this piece actually didn't get bent, but it well, it probably did right on the end, but it's not that bad. That's got the right curvature. It just ripped this out of it. So the main thing we're doing here is gonna have to try to straighten that out, but I don't know what's gonna happen there yet. And I ordered this fan, got a brand new one. This one, now I look down in, you see how it's kind of shattered right there. So we got to get that one as well. This one was easier to find than that one. That one took a little bit longer to find. And then I got all kinds of aftermarket goodies to go on this. I think we are going to use this bumper. I don't know. The more I look at it, I'm thinking we still can save it. All the tabs managed to save themselves. It's just body damage here, here, and a couple rips and stuff down there. But I think for cost effective, I think we might just roll with this bumper. Don't know yet. I'm going to look up these bumpers, see what they cost, but I think we might go with this one. And this fender, I really do want to save it because I would like to blend it, and being a white, it would definitely show if I didn't blend it somewhere here. So it depends if I can. It's got a lot of damage here. Of course, it's the same way that other one was. So, but let's get into the exhaust here. Let me get this thing started for you guys, if it'll start. It's kind of finicky with this battery, and this is a 4-year-old battery. Well, maybe it's a 5-year, 17. I forget. Yeah, it's late in 17, so it's 4 years and some months there. So I think it will take a charge, but I don't know yet. But after replacing that intake manifold, and then I actually started it and forgot to plug the mass airflow sensor in, then I plugged that in, and this thing actually sounds really good now. So let's see, put that jumper pack on if I can start this thing. It's still just not giving it enough juice. And we got a full tank. Just noticed that. Come on, battery. This Harbor Freight one doesn't do the best, but I think in conjunction with my charger on start mode, I think it might work. All right, let's try this again. Come on. You gotta have enough juice this time. This thing sounds good. Ouchie. No. And we may or may not be competing with a blown head gasket. I don't know. Kind of had the smell of it. I don't really know yet. We'll find out eventually. The reason this doesn't bother me that much is I priced engines on these things before I started bidding on them, and found that these are very cheap. The engines, I can get a 50,000 mile engine for this for $800. So if worse comes worse, and I don't know if you ever pulled a Subaru engine, they are extremely easy to pull out. So if need be, I'll throw another engine in. I don't care. Now, I haven't really got a good look at this. This one does have more miles than the last one I did. It has 126,000 miles on it, where the other one had 112. I don't really care for the rally armor flaps, the fake ones, so they're probably gonna go. So anyways, let's get a look underneath. First off, I see what you can see with the skid plates on is we are pretty. This thing did the same thing the other one did. It broke. There's two plastic tabs up front that this bumper attaches to, and it broke them off. They're still attached on this one. You know, it's got some wear. This is going to be my beater, so it's got some surface rust on stuff. But I don't see any like apparent leaks. We're just rusty. And along with the rust is, yeah, this thing's not bad at all. This is crusty. Now, I noticed this was pretty crusty on the other one, too. So, I don't know how this is going to go. Yeah, it's pretty nice and crusty. So, let me get a wire wheel and kind of knock some of this off, because it's bad. Now, if anything, performance-wise, this is going to be a lot lighter than this big honking thing back here. So I went with the Nameless 5-inch exhaust. All that is a 5-inch muffler, and you can get this without this in, where it's just straight piped. All stainless. Very nice looking exhaust. The hangers, everything's pretty nice. I wish they would have put like a better tip on it, but you know what? You can't be picky for what you pay for this. This was about $320. They give you stickers and a license plate holder. I might put that on. It comes with your gasket and a couple new bolts, which we're definitely going to need on this one. So let me get the wire brushing that thing so we can get a better look at what I'm working with. And then we might just be cutting them off, to be honest with you. I just sat here and thought about this thing smoking like it was, because I don't remember it smoking like that before. Whenever I had the intake manifold off, I sprayed, there was a bunch of carbon, and I sprayed electric automotive cleaner that it's kind of like brake clean, but it's supposed to be for electrical parts, but that's all my dad had down there at the time. It does help break up carbon. I sprayed that in the intake. Guaranteed that's what's burning off. So honestly, the engine sounds too good. I think it's fine. So let's go ahead and get this thing off here. Shout out to mechanics in the salt belt. You guys know what I'm working with. Anyways, if you're gonna cut your bolts out, and you can't even see where the head is on these things because of how rusty they get around here, cut on the exhaust side. If you're replacing the exhaust, don't cut on the back side, because you want as much material there as you can get, which it looks like the back flange is in a lot better shape than what the exhaust flange was. So I left as much material on there as I could, which is a good thing. So now the next thing, the easy part, not really, is getting the exhaust out of these hangers. Look, they put extra hangers on here. Guess in case you want to put some duals. Anyways, I do have a tool for this. Sean sent me one. Well, actually, he didn't send it to me. He recommended it to my wife. Okay, there's... yeah, this woman right here, she got me the tool to take this off. You don't even know what she don't even know what she got me, because Sean helped her.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Anyways, so you put it on there, and it holds the backside and push it. Let's do some less zoomage. And put it on there, holds the backside, and then pushes through on the other side. Spray some lubricant, which lube is a good thing. Put as much lube on as you can. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Which we're gonna need that anyways when we put the new one on. Get up in that. Oh, your mom loves it. So I don't know how it's gonna work, but I've had this thing since Christmas. Christmas, I think, of last year? Pretty sure it was Christmas of last year. And I've never used it yet. It's just a cheap tool. But we're gonna try it. Alright, so supposedly you just put that on there. Oh my gosh. If that wasn't neat, get yourself one of these. That was nice. Alright, so I'm just gonna do my guesstimation here. This thing feels like it weighs about 15, 20 pounds. This one weighs like 5. So I'm probably dropping about 10 pounds here. Yeah. And look at the flange on that, that's gone. So this is gonna be great. Fitment on this thing was some of the best I've ever had with an aftermarket exhaust, but then again I use normally like eBay exhaust, so there's that. But the moment you guys have been waiting for, let's get this thing down and start it up and see what it sounds like. Now I'm not gonna get to let it idle down. It's gonna be a cold start kind of, and I don't have any coolant in the system right now, so if you want to hear this thing run, I will have this thing running here in the future, so subscribe to the videos so that you can stay tuned and see what it sounds like. Of course, there's 100 other videos on this exhaust out there, and I liked every one of them, but, you know, people's cameras quality and microphones and stuff, it's magic. It makes stuff sound different. So, stay tuned, and you might get to see what this thing sounds like. So it did idle down, and it did sound good too. This is a quieter exhaust. If you don't want to have like a droney exhaust or have, you know, too much sound, on cold start this thing sounds really beefy. It gives it a deep tone, and then after it idles down, it's quiet. Now revving it, it sounds louder, and I'm sure under load it's going to sound louder as well. Plus the packing in that muffler is going to break in over time, and it is going to get louder over time. That's how almost all exhausts are. Like, they get louder over time. Let's see. Packing's blown out. But like I said, you can get the option without that muffler in there. And to me, I think that would have just been a little bit too much. I kind of like it where it's at. If you heard my Infinity, it has a nice, deep sound to it. It sounds good. Just enough noise that you hear the exhaust rather than hearing the engine. That's what I like in my car. I like to hear the exhaust. That's the internal combustion engine. I want to hear it, okay? I don't. If you have an electric car and you want to be quiet, that's fine. I want to hear my exhaust. I want to know that it's burning fuel at a very expensive rate right now. You don't like it. But Nameless did not sponsor me for this video. They did not send me this exhaust. I paid for it with my own money. So I'm broke now. But I'll rock this thing. I'll rock the nameplate here. Yeah, I'll run with that. But that's all we're doing for this video. I just wanted to kind of like make it one thing. Normally when you do an exhaust video, you don't really go into too many other details. I know I talked a lot, but I just wanted to kind of do a review of this exhaust since I bought it myself. So now it's a write-off. So if you like it, I mean, this is a very budget-friendly exhaust. I think it sounds good. The fitment is nice. Most exhausts, when you go to fit them up, the flange, you got to finagle them to get the bolts in and stuff. Everything seemed good. Now, in the future, it would probably be smart for me to put a flange repair kit on my stock exhaust. If you've seen it, it's pretty crusty. There's material left, It's sealed up. It sounds good right now, but in the future, it's going to rust off. I'm going to have problems. They make flanges that you can cut that off and weld another flange on. That's probably the route I'm going to go. But, I mean, as for the rest of the exhaust, it looks pretty good. So it's just the back one that's getting all the crud. We will be undercoating this thing, too, with wool wax black. So just continuing the black theme. It's going to be black underneath. And we're going to have a bunch of accents up top that are going to be like that, too. But I hope you guys are as excited for this one as I am. I don't normally go crazy with aftermarkets. I do a couple things here and there. This one, I'm kind of like rebuilding the whole front end with aftermarket parts. And it just so happens that for this repair, I need, which this was off of the one that was wrecked, but it's not that bad. It got a little bit of a kink right here. And I think we can straighten that back out. If not, I might just get a new top piece here. But, I mean, all of this is pretty good. I need that to replace the front end. So I already have some parts to start this thing off with. So, if you like this video, smash that like button. Consider subscribing. Hit that dislike button if the packing's blown out of your mom's tailpipe. And we'll see you on the next episode on Wrecked. What are you doing in between mommy's legs here? Yeah? Is it comfortable? What are you doing? Huh? You sleepy? You sleepy?